Welcome back to Book Shorts, the place where your favorite books come to life in just minutes. If you're new here and you love thrilling stories, fantasy worlds, and epic characters, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss a story that grips your soul. Today, we're diving deep into A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is book 3 in the best-selling ACOTAR series, and trust me, it's a wild ride, filled with war, betrayal, forbidden love, and one of the most powerful heroines in modern fantasy, so grab your headphones and get ready, because this isn't just a summary. This is a front-row seat to the emotional roller coaster that is Feyre's fight for Prythian's future. Let's get into it. They think she's still the spy. They think she's still the traitor. But Feyre Archeron has returned to the Spring Court with fire in her veins and vengeance on her mind. This time she's not here to play nice. She's here to destroy them. From the inside, Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Wings and Ruin launches us straight into a world on the brink of war, where political alliances are fragile and ancient enemies lurk in the shadows ready to strike. It's a high-stakes game of deception and strategy, and Feyre is about to risk everything for her court, her family, and the freedom of Prythian. After the explosive events of A Court of Mist and Fury, Feyre finds herself back at the Spring Court pretending to be Tamlin's loyal bride. But this time she's no one's pawn. With every smile she offers and every false word she whispers, Feyre digs her claws deeper into Tamlin's plans, all while secretly gathering information and unraveling his alliance with the powerful and deadly king of Hybern. Tamlin, still blind to her true intentions, has no idea that Feyre is a walking weapon. She uses her time at the Spring Court to sabotage from within, sowing dissent among the ranks and turning Tamlin's court against him one subtle move at a time. Lucien begins to suspect the truth, and when the mask finally slips, Feyre sets the Spring Court ablaze, literally and metaphorically, before escaping with Lucien across treacherous lands back to her true home, the Night Court. Returning to reason. And her inner circle in Velaris is more than just a reunion. It is a declaration of war. The King of Hybern has already begun his assault, and his powers grow with every step he takes. The magical wall separating the human and Fey realms is failing, and Hybern is ready to annihilate everything in its path. Feyre and Rhysand must act fast, rallying allies from all corners of Prythian, including the prickly high lords of each court. But unity is hard to come by when centuries of mistrust linger and ancient grudges threaten to shatter fragile alliances. As Feyre embraces her role as High Lady of the Night Court, she is no longer hiding in Rhysand's shadow. She fights beside him, leading battles, forging alliances, and making impossible choices. Her sisters Nesta and Elaine, now transformed into High Fae by force, must also face their new reality. Nesta burns with rage and vengeance while Elaine struggles with her fragile spirit and haunting visions. But in war, there are no easy paths. Feyre and her court are thrown into one brutal challenge after another. The Court of Night faces betrayal, bloodshed, and loss as they desperately try to stop Hybern's forces from tearing the world apart. Feyre's bond with Rhysand deepens, becoming something more than love, something rooted in shared pain and unbreakable trust. Their partnership becomes a symbol of hope, but also a reminder of what they stand to lose. The true horror of Hybern's plan is revealed when he uses the cauldron, a source of limitless magical power, to decimate armies and shatter magical protections. Feyre and her allies realize they must neutralize the cauldron before it consumes everything. But taming such a powerful artifact comes at a terrible cost, and even Feyre's immense powers may not be enough. In a desperate move, Feyre travels to the Court of Nightmares, using her own body as a weapon of diplomacy. She strikes deals that test her morality and dances with monsters in velvet-lined halls just to gain the upper hand. Every step toward peace comes with blood and sacrifice. When the final battle looms, the High Lords convene in a meeting that could change Prythian's fate. Feyre stands beside Rhysand not as his consort but as his equal. She challenges kings, manipulates politics, and forces ancient enemies to set aside pride and unite. It's a masterclass in strategy and diplomacy, with Feyre playing a dangerous game of survival. The final confrontation is epic in scale and heartbreakingly intimate. Armies clash across the battlefield, steel meets magic, and life is lost by the thousands. The King of Hybern proves to be a ruthless foe, using the cauldron to obliterate anything in his way. When Elaine is captured and nearly broken, It is Nesta who rises with a wrathful power, unlike anything seen before, a fury so primal it shakes the cauldron itself. But even the combined might of all Prythian may not be enough. When Hybern strikes, the final blow, Feyre watches the person she loves most fall. Rhysand dies in her arms, giving everything for the world he fought to protect. The pain is unbearable. The darkness threatens to consume her. Yet there is hope. One by one, the High Lords give a piece of their power to Feyre, echoing the moment she was made in fire and death. Their combined magic flows into Rhysand, and he is reborn. But he returns with a secret. He too gave a piece of himself to Feyre in that final moment. Their love now burns brighter than ever, an eternal bond forged through death and resurrection. The war ends, but the scars remain. The cauldron is repaired, the wall between human and Fey lands is restored, and tentative peace settles over Prythian. But nothing will ever be the same. Feyre and Rhysand rebuild Velaris brick by brick, heart by heart. They mourn their losses and celebrate their survival, knowing that every breath they take is a victory. Nesta and Elaine are forever changed. Nesta, a warrior forged in rage, begins to find purpose in the chaos. Elaine, once fragile, now holds a quiet strength and a gift that might reshape the future. Lucien too begins to search for belonging, torn between courts and destinies. Feyre stands not just as a survivor of war, but as a queen in all but name. High Lady of the Night Court, warrior, lover, protector. She's faced darkness and chose to rise. Her story isn't over, but for now the battle is won. A Court of Wings and Ruin is a searing tale of love sacrifice and the relentless pursuit of freedom. It's a story that asks what you're willing to give up for those you love and what it takes to rebuild after everything you know has been shattered. Sarah J. Maas delivers a powerful conclusion to Feyre's journey, one that grips you from the first page and refuses to let go. If you've ever wanted to feel what it's like to burn with purpose, to rise from the ashes, and to love with everything you have, this book will leave a mark on your soul. Because sometimes the only way to win is to become the storm. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description. Thank you.